Okay, I'm back. So I hate this fort, and I'm gonna use a P-wing. Oh man, there's stuff up here. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm just skipping over things. Okay. Wow. I don't want to go too high because I want to know what I'm skipping. Yeah. Dude, okay, this was a worthy investment. Cause this looks like a mess. Wow, I just trivialized this whole area. Wow. Okay, okay. Oh, there's more. There's more. We're not done yet. Oh, God. I should have... Okay, this sucks. Okay, okay. Go through? Okay. Oh, and a thwomp? Okay. Shoot. Oh, that was close. Okay. Yeah, that was really bad. I'm very glad that I P-winged through that. That sound of the P-wing, though, is kind of annoying. I think I want to use a star. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is like... There's a part of me that's like, oh, you're cheating, but at the same time I'm like, am I really cheating? Because I saved all these items to use them at the end. You know, for this purpose. Like, I knew that World 7 was gonna be like a really hard world. And here, the king is a Piranha Plant. So indeed, we have seen all of the kings, and they are indeed, like, themed to their world. I remember when I saw the Piranha Plant as a kid, I think I just thought it was neat. I was like, oh wow, it's a Piranha Plant, that's so weird. He's like one of the bad guys he was transformed into. It's more than that. It's literally, they are themed. Themed to their worlds. Whoa! That was close. Funny thing about the P-wing is that if you could really just like use it to your heart's content, like every stage, that really would be game breaking. That really would just take out all the challenge. I was just thinking about that. As a kid, you know, there's... And you gotta consider these kind of things, like... There's that impulse, as players, for us to feel like things are not, like, good enough. It's like, oh, that, you know, like, take the P-wing, for instance. Like, you can love the P-wing and say it's great, and then be really disappointed because it only works for one stage. And it's like, oh, the P-wing sucks. That's stupid. Why does it only work for like one stage? P-wing should just work forever. That's the gamer's perspective, because as a gamer, when you're playing the game, it's like the impulse or the desire is survival. At least at the very base. And like once you really get good enough at the game, then you know, people want to start just challenging themselves. Though, like, it's a natural impulse though to want to have as much advantage as you can, because it's just pure survival instinct. The problem with it though is that from a game perspective, there need to be limits. This is Ludwig von Koopa. Yeah, as long as you have as long as you can float, then you're okay. Anyway, the natural impulse is like you want to be able to like have like all the most awesomest power-ups, I think, at least from a player's perspective. And the reality of it is that you need limits. This guy is like total Viking. Whoa. Are his eyes the top part? Or is it the lower part? I don't know which ones are his eyes, and that was weird. Dude, I remember as a kid that freaked me out. I was like, oh my god! I kidnapped the princess while you were running around. She's here in my castle if you dare to try and rescue her. When it was like dun 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 dun, I remember that as a kid. That freaked me out. Anyway, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, so you want the P-Wing to last forever as a player, but as a designer you don't, because as a game breaking, you're like totally destroying the difficulty of the game. Like the P-Wing should exist only as a means to like skip a stage you don't like, sure, I guess, or to like have a way to like make it easier to get through a game or a stage. It shouldn't last throughout the whole thing. I see that a lot. There's a lot of games where like I see the limitation and I see why the limitation was put in place. And then from a player's perspective though, like they complain, it's like, oh, that's stupid. Why can't I do this forever? Why can't my gun always be like the ultimate gun or whatever? It's like, dude, like if that were the case, then there's no game anymore. You gotta... I guess I just realized that I've been doing this tank stage this whole time, and I haven't brought light to it at all. I'm kind of noticing a recurring theme that Bowser and like anything Bowser related is very like militaristic. You know, he's got like all these cannons, tanks, bullets, bombs, whatever. You know, I just realized that I've been mostly calm throughout this entire thing. The reason why is because of the warp whistles. As a kid, having access to the warp whistles for so much. Look at that. Having access to the warp whistle, I did this so many times. Like, I've actually done World 8 more than any of the other ones, so I'm so good at it that I don't even need to think about it. Whoa, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been using that many of these? Oh, that's a surprise. Yeah, I'm just gonna go like this. There's a trick where you can actually swim underneath the boat. I don't like it. I mean, I don't want to do it for this video. I've done it I did it as a kid, where you can just swim underneath the water and you can skip everything. I don't want to do it. right here. This is where you could swim underneath, and you just, as long as you spam the swim button, you'll be okay. You'll make it to the other side. From a game designing perspective, the reason why that's not cool is because, like, it's considered, according to the book A Theory of Fun, it's considered a cardinal sin to not require any skill of your player. And so that requires no skill. If you're just like underneath the boat and you're just like spamming the button, then it sucks because you didn't really like, you didn't learn to like get better at the game. You trivialized it, and that's against what the game stood for. The game was there, like, you wanted to... The game represents challenge, so that you can get better. And you can develop your skill. You just swim underneath, you didn't develop skill. I guess that's also why I didn't use the warp whistle. This used to scare me too, right here, this bridge. It's like it would pull you in. It's like, oh man, I don't want to get pulled in! No! Oh, this is the one with all the Hammer Brothers. That's okay. Alright, we're gonna just like... Okay, so then this begs the question. I just used Superstar on this. You know, I'm using power-ups. Why Why not just, why couldn't I just, like, what's it called? Why don't I just do the whole thing as Small Mario? And I think that could be a worthy challenge in of itself if you just play the whole game as Small Mario. I'm okay with doing it like this way. Like I'm playing right now, I feel like I'm playing the game as designed. So I feel like, you know, if I utilize power-ups when I need to, use a superstar when I need to, use a P-Wing for especially difficult stages, all of that, that's by design. I'm okay with that. Swimming underneath that bridge, underneath the boat, and in order to like not have to do any of it, I don't think that's by design. I'm not cool with that. I think that's where the difference comes in. Okay, and I think this is like where there's like tons of cheeps. I'm so used to actually doing this as Small Mario. Yeah, I'm used to not having the luxury of being able to fly when I want to. So yeah, I know this like the back of my hand. Okay. That's it for now. Next is gonna be the super fast airship, which I will do on the next episode.